Well, to say the least, it's been a pretty wild day working on Kaylee's Jeep. It's a 2008, I believe, 7 or 8, Jeep Liberty 3.7 liter. So everybody knows, if you have one of these, they're extremely notorious for the heater core going out. So my solution that I just figured out on this old jalopy is I've ran 2 jugs of old Prestone flushing cleaner through, which one of them I put in the radiator, drove around for 30 minutes. I came back, unplugged the heater core hoses, and back flushed this into it. Just raised the hoses up, poured this into it, and let it set for 30 minutes. So while I was sitting there waiting for that to happen, I was letting the radiator drain out, and this is what was in it. You know, pretty dark, but there's like, you know, it's not terrible. Anywho, so I was in the mix doing that. Everybody online says to, you know, unplug leave these hoses on, pull them off of the water pump, push compressed air through them in a reverse flow to blow all the bullshit out of it, right? Instead of doing that, what I did was I took these 2 hoses. So this hose originally was on this side, but I just 180'd the hoses so it would reverse flow itself at its own pressure that it's recommended to do. By the way, doing this, not even flushing, no pushing of the air, anything through it. One thing I did was swap these hoses around, filled the radiator back up with water, started the Jeep up, and now this thing blows hot air like a porta shitter in fucking August, man. I mean, I tell you what, this thing, the heater's amazing in it. Before, whenever you drive it, you'd have the heater right here and at full blast, and it would barely be maybe 80 degrees worth of air temp coming out of this thing. Now, it'll make your cheeks get red. I mean, this sucker blows some air, and it is nice. So, nice hot air. What we're going to do, because I only have water in there because I was doing another flush, which I'm going to do one more flush, but then we're going to go back and put us some 50-50 in it, get everything filled back up. It's not using any water, it ain't leaking anything, so we're just going to drain water straight out, go back to the 50-50. Excuse me. I did just want to drop a little information on this, that you can just flip those hoses around. I'd recommend putting some kind of cleaner in there, but you can just flip those hoses around and get it to push those debris back through. I would just put the cleaner in there, drive around for about an hour or so with the heater on full tilt, you know. And a lot of the driving I did was up and down hills, and at the beginning it didn't matter if the engine was under a load or not, the heater never got any hotter like it's supposed to, because whenever it's under a load, there's more heat involved. Radiator gets warmer, the water itself gets warmer, so whenever it goes through the heater core heats up more, so the air inside the cabin gets warmer. So, but instead of doing a 7.5 hour job where you pull the whole dash apart to get the heater core out, to separate the heat box and all that crap, and then put it all back together, I would recommend at least trying this first with some cleaner. So there you go. You know, we just wing it every day and see what we can make happen.